Star Trek Discovery Season 2, titled Brother. And for a title like that, I mean, we all know they're talking about Michael's adopted brother, Spock, but he wasn't in this episode. Flashbacks of young Spock, and that was pretty cool, I guess. But I like that they tease us with it, and I hope, and I also don't think we're just going to get Spock near the end of the season as this build up and then you finally see him. I think he's coming next episode or the episode after or something like that. Anyway, I miss this crew. I miss Michael Burnham and the whole crew, Suru, everybody. It was just so good to see them again. I really enjoyed the first season. And this episode was a good stepping point. Now, there's a lot of issues people had with the first seasons. Technology doesn't make sense. The spore drive, if they had that, how come it's not in the original series or Next Generation if this takes place like roughly 10 years before the original series? Well, something could happen to the spore drive. It's still not even working perfectly right now. I mean, they had problems in the first season, so maybe they fear it's best not to use it at all. Maybe it gets destroyed. Something happens like that. There's so much story to tell. You got almost 10 years worth of story to tell. So I'm pretty sure they're going to make sense of why that doesn't exist, you know? Well, regardless of that, the crew's back. I like that. Suru was captain of the Discovery. But just where they left off at the end of season 1, I didn't talk about this in my review, but they run into a distress call from, or something like that, from the Enterprise, NCC 1707. And the thing is, Anson Mount as Christopher Pike, I really enjoyed in this episode. I really enjoy how he is as Pike. Now, we didn't get a lot of Pike in the original series. There was one episode, and I remember seeing that when I was younger, but I never saw the episode when Pike with Spock was like doing that mission, and that was a crazy episode, trying to get Pike back to that planet with those aliens from that first episode, the Cage or whatever it's called. And I remember seeing pictures of Pike in a chair, and people were talking about it online years ago, and I was like, what episode is that? See, this is why I gotta binge that, and I did binge the whole original season, and I love that. I love that stuff. Now, what we did get from Pike, it's pretty cool. I can see some of that in Anson Mount's version of Pike, but I really like him. He seems fun. He seems like a captain. You see how he was with the crew? Like, look here, I'm in charge. This is what we're going to do. Hey, somebody better tell me something. I like how he is, but at the same time, he's having fun. I like the uniform. I really do. It's a little different than what Pike had in that first episode of the original series, but I don't care. It's enough to the point where it looks like the Enterprise uniforms and stuff. So I like that. I love it. Michael was good as always. Tilly. I love Tilly. She's my favorite character. And I might be crushing a little bit, but I love her so much. It was good to have her back. Like I said, she's kind of like us. You took us and put us into the Star Trek universe on the Enterprise with whatever skill she has. How she reacts is how we would react. And she's dealing with the fact that she's got used to this crew, and then there's people who want to leave. I mean, think about it. If your lover got killed on that ship, everywhere you look, you spend time on that ship with them and everything, and he wants to leave. It makes sense, but Tilly, I don't think she's being selfish, but she's just voicing how she feels, you know. Maybe she is being selfish, like, I don't want you to leave. And she's worried about Michael. She's like, look, come back alive. Now, yes, this series of Star Trek has a lot of action in it. The first season did. I don't mind that. The original series had action. Next Generation action, but it was all of those were big on stories, exploring, explanation, the things they get into, but it always had action. And action is something we become used to at this point in time in life. You know what I mean? People like to see action. They like to see big trouble, suspense. They want to go on this thrill ride. You know what I'm saying? So story elements is good, and I think the story is really good. Well, I'll give it this. The dialogue in each episode is always excellent to me. I like it. Like, each character comes across different than other characters on the ship. Different personalities, how they interact with each other. I love the dialogue in this, you know, and first season too. But this was a good episode. It really was. Got to see Pike working with Burnham and crew. Suru, he had some, you know, this little walk he had. He would just move his arms the way he walked. I love that. It's like a natural reaction to his species and how they walk. Remember how fast he was running on that one episode in the first season? I was like, whoa, he's fast like that? He should always get there in time then. That dude was running. But Who else? Who am I missing? I love the bridge crew. You know how the Discovery has this really dark look on the inside. It's cool, but it's dark. I like that one shot on the corridor of the Enterprise. When she said she was going to the Enterprise, I didn't think we was going to see a lot, but I did want to see a lot. Because the corridor, the hallway, right before, outside of Spock's quarters, the color scheme was the same. And that's what I loved about it. We didn't get to see much, but I love that. And I want to see more of the Enterprise. I really do. And I think they're going to try to shy away from showing us as much as the Enterprise as possible. But that'd just be so cool to see the bridge in this. I love the look of the Enterprise in this series. The outside, classic look. Minor little updated details and stuff. You're going to do that. I mean, same thing happens in the Star Trek movies. But I get so excited when I saw the Enterprise. See, I currently am binging all of Star Trek. I finished the original season. And it's funny because I was about to start Next Generation from the beginning, which I've seen more episodes of Next Generation than any other series of Star Trek. Not anymore because I finished the original season. But yeah, I'm going to start that today. And I'm just, oh my God, I'm getting so much Star Trek. There's episodes of Next Generation I don't remember. I really don't. I can't remember the entire episodes. I'm not even sure if I've seen all of them. It's just that I was a little kid when that was on, and I used to watch it all the time. I used to watch the original series too, but Next Generation came on every week. I can't wait to get deeper into this series. I really enjoy it. I really do. Star Trek is one of those things like Star Wars. I don't think we'll ever die. Because Star Wars was just movie-based, but then we had comics, television shows, novels. I think the same thing with Star Trek. So I'm always happy. I always got something that I'm into that's going to keep coming out and it's going to be new. But overall, like I said, it was just the first episode. Really enjoyed Pike. Really did. We're going to get more Pike. He's going to be on the Discovery for a while until the Enterprise gets repaired. I can't wait. I hope we see more of the Enterprise too, man. And this is going to be Spock at a different point in time in his life. And for people who didn't know, I also had to do my research to find this out. But that first episode, the pilot episode of the original series, The Cage, happened like 2 years before where we currently at in Star Trek Discovery. So, just in case, because some people might feel like, hey, wait a minute, you know what I mean? Spock was with Pike for a while. Yeah, I remember that when he was talking about how long he served under him, whatever. But I'm just so pumped we get more Star Wars. So how y'all feel about the first episode? Let me know in the comments. That was my review of the first. It was good. I think it was really good. I have so much fun watching it. It feels just like it did the first season. And I think they're trying to do some course correction with little teeny details people had a problem with because they're like, it doesn't feel like Star Trek. I think they're going to come through and do that. I did like that woman. She's a comedian. I forgot her name. That was down on the Meteor, and she was that engineer that was helping all those people. Forgot her name. I did like her. She was funny. Using her comedic timing to make certain scenes funny, but in that serious kind of sarcastic tone. And I like that line she said. She was like, the human body is just a machine, because that's how she looks at it, being an engineer. Glad I mentioned that. I like that. But I wonder if she's going to be a series regular, or that was just a small cameo, because she's a pretty funny comedian. Anyway. That's it. That's my review. Like the video if you like the video. And I'm going to do a review of each and every episode. So join me every week that we see a new episode of Discovery. I'll be here. See you next time.